The world is a mysterious place, and despite all our efforts, there are still a lot of things that we don't know about it. Which is why, every now and then, we may sometimes come across other forms of life that we are completely unfamiliar with. It was July 12, 2008, when visitors of Montauk, New York believed that they had the first documented sighting of a potentially brand new cryptid. A 26-year-old woman named Jenna Hewitt claimed that her and 3 friends found a strange-looking carcass washed up on the shore of Ditch Plains Beach while they were looking for a place to sit. Hewitt took a photograph of the animal, which began to circulate the newspaper and the internet, and started to quickly garner attention. People had absolutely no idea what it was, and based on where it was found, it soon derived the name Montauk Monster. Some people started to believe that the entire thing was an elaborate hoax for a marketing campaign, which was even backed up by a few alleged witnesses. Others believed that it was a product of genetic experimentation from a nearby animal testing facility. Animal experts were then brought in to hopefully solve the mystery once and for all. They did not think that the animal was fake, but they also didn't think that it was anything out of the ordinary either. Larry Penny, director of East Hampton Natural Resources, claimed that it was a raccoon with a missing upper jaw. But William Wise, the director of Stony Brook University's Living Marine Resources Institute, does not think that this is the case. The legs appear to be too long in proportion to the body for it to be a raccoon, says Wise. He also talked with another biologist with proficient knowledge with land animals, who also agrees that the creature does not match that of raccoon anatomy. They've concluded that the animal is likely a diseased dog or coyote, but decomposition has made it difficult to be sure. The creature's identity continues to be under great controversy, which has since allowed it to become a part of modern mythology. Just around a year later, an unusual sighting occurred in Panama that many people believe may be connected to the Montauk Monster. In September of 2009, a group of teenagers were playing and socializing just outside the small town of Cerro Azul. During this, they saw a strange-looking creature emerge from a nearby cave and start approaching towards them. Afraid that they were in a life-threatening situation, the teens quickly began attacking the animal with sticks and rocks, beating it to death. After making sure that it was dead, the teens dragged the body into a puddle of water and later on took photographs of it. Having absolutely no idea what it was, they went home and told their parents. And eventually the images taken were broadcasted on Central America's national television. These series of events snowballed the story even further, and soon cryptozoology blogs, YouTube channels, and other parts of the internet were talking about it. Was this the new Montauk Monster? People studying the image were now coming up with their own theories, each of them differing. Many theories claim that it was a dead dog, although a lot of people dismiss this because of the size of the animal and the fact that it does not have a distinguishable snout. Just like the Montauk Monster, it was also believed that it was a movie prop used for another marketing stunt. A biopsy was performed on the animal, which concluded that it was a hairless, possibly albino male sloth, with one giveaway being the hooked claw. The weird body shape was attributed to the bloating stage of decomposition. While this was agreed to be the most credible possibility, others were not so sure. The hook on the claw was too small to be that of a typical brown-throated sloth, some claimed. Further speculation from Panamanian zoologists led them to believe that the body was a fetus of some kind based on its characteristics. Speculation was mostly put to rest after the animal was buried in an unmarked location, preventing internet investigators from getting any further evidence than the images online. Since the emergence of video sharing websites, a possibly entirely new species with mysterious origins has grown fascination with the public. They are known as Nightcrawlers. There are currently only 2 known video recordings of these creatures, but there are multiple eyewitness accounts of them, including one from a man in Poland. The very first sighting was in Fresno, California in late 2007. A man by the name of Jose had security cameras installed facing his front lawn after a theft occurred in his home. One night, he woke up to his dog barking and went to go investigate the CCTV. What was there was something that he had never seen before. Later on, in March of 2011, another sighting of what is believed to be the exact same creatures was spotted by a security camera at Yosemite National Park. Multiple urban legends began to form about the creatures, and from popularity, was featured on the early 2010s TV show Fact or Faked, where after multiple tests and recreations, was concluded as unexplainable. Theories range from it being a part of Native American folklore, possible alien life, or even just simply a very elaborate hoax. But there is currently no official explanation for what they are, making Fresno a town filled with uncertainty. In the early 1950s, word was quickly getting around about the legend of the Flatwoods Monster. The mysterious creature was discovered in a town of the same name on September 12, 1952. It was almost completely dark out. 3 boys who lived in the area were outside playing football when they suddenly saw a bright red light shoot across the sky and crash into a farm close by. They immediately ran to one of the boys' mother, telling her what happened. When they went to investigate, the mother, along with a few other boys and a dog, followed. When they reached the crash site, they saw a pulsing light changing from red to bright orange. One of the boys turned on his flashlight, and standing there, through the dense mist, was one of the most horrifying things that they had ever seen. It was green and about 10 feet tall, had glowing red eyes, and a head shaped like the Ace of Spades. It wore a long green dress and had small, claw-like hands. It then started hissing and moving towards them, and they ran for their lives. After leaving the area, a terribly pungent smell was left behind, causing the group to get sick. The story quickly circulated all over the country, and a drawing of the creature was made for witnesses to provide a better description, though the US Air Force had its doubts. According to them, there were multiple reports of meteor showers on that day near the area. They attributed the creature itself likely just being an owl sitting in a tree, with the scenery around it creating the illusion of a tall alien creature in a dress. Just a few days later, there were multiple reports made by other witnesses who also claimed to see the creature near the area, and these witness accounts still continue today. Despite the Air Force's statement, there are still people who are firm believers in the Flatwoods Monster, forming a whole new segment of West Virginia folklore. In March of 2008, rumor began circulating that gnomes were stalking a small town in Argentina after a video filmed by a group of teenagers was broadcasted on national news and uploaded to YouTube. The video is about 50 seconds in length and was captured by Jose Alvarez, who was hanging out with his group of friends. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, and the group began to hear the sound of someone throwing rocks. The moment they began to investigate was when they had the scare of their lives. Duendes are a common subject of South American folklore, so people felt that this could very well be one of the most convincing pieces of video evidence, elevating the local urban legends. Other theories speculated that the creature was actually an anteater on its hind legs and its snout pointing upwards, which would create the shape of a gnome-like figure under dark light. Though because of these popular stories, local residents think that it may be something of a much stranger origin. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
Montauk Monster.
Huh.
Take a look at this
What's that weird thing
shows
standing
a
by my
four-legged
window?
carcass. It appears to have a beak. It bears a strong resemblance to the first monster that washed ashore last summer on a beach in the same town. What is this?